Kia ora, Capricorn. This is your reading for this full moon in Pisces. Up there in the sky, it's pretty electrical in my mind, or more in my feeling. So I hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. Let's get into the storyline. I've actually laid the cards out. We go through and we clarify. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Excuse me. And what else? Thanks for all your likes, comments, subscribes. All of that is amazing, and it really helps me to keep this channel alive. So let's go through Capricorn. We come out, and I do suspect, I think, that the Princess of Discs came out in your last, in the new moon reading a couple of weeks ago. This beautiful princess giving birth to something new. We haven't seen it yet. We might have an idea about what we would like it to be or what it is, but we haven't seen it yet. There is timing involved here, and a sort of natural timing in some ways, with those buds just about to come out on the trees behind that beautiful princess. I love that card. Within these cards, before I just continue to go through, there seems to be a resolution of sorts that is occurring, a resolution, I think, an acceptance, which has the ability to give you a large level of peace. Is a large level of peace is what I just get from these cards. Anyway, let's continue. Princess of Discs coming out first, giving birth to something new. Gestation is occurring. We then have the Hierophant, the great Pope of old, the spiritual mentor, advisor, the giver of knowledge here. We get given that key. It is for us. And so whether you do have a mentor in your life, maybe you're connecting with them at the current time, this is knowledge, spiritual information, whatever way you want to look at the word spiritual. It's not got anything to do with religion. It is personal information for you that allows you to open up some new rooms, really, within yourself, within your internal mansion, I guess. Then we come through here with getting the Nine of Wands here. Nine of Wands can be, we see that central wand, it acts as this kind of suppressant in some ways to the Eight of Wands, which is about very fast movement, fast communication, fast action, solving things, all of that. It acts as it sort of stymies it a wee bit, but within that we have solar, lunar, that the way that everything works together, it slows things down a wee bit. There's a tension in it which is necessary, which can be very beneficial. Here in the Thoth deck it's called Strength. We then have the Seven of Cups, the beautiful Seven of Cups, a card of assessment, a card of many opportunities. As you can see, I am using the Thoth deck here, and in some decks you would see a whole selection of seven cups that have a lot of different things in them. You know, is it fantasy? Can I use this? What are these things? Are they going to work? Are they not? This card of assessment here in the Thoth deck is called Debauch, simply because there's a lack of movement in these seven cups. The sevens are all about assessment. We need time to assess. Water is, the emotions are meant to flow, are meant to move, are meant to shift. I liken the seven to having many choices, but really been at that time where we are not sure which way to go, what direction to go in. And then we've got the beautiful gift that you give form to once you've had your time of assessing things, weighing things up, all of that. You get this injection, and it is an injection of, heart, love, energy for you to utilize and act with. And so it's pretty beautiful, Capricorn. So let's go through and see if we can peel the layer back a wee bit in this storyline. We're looking at this Princess of Discs, this 9-month gestation. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why emphasis on 9 months comes out. 9-month gestation. To clarify that Princess of Discs of the Earth, we have the Page of Swords, understanding power, understanding how we use ours, understanding that it is tied up with fully with our levels of self-esteem, all of that sort of stuff. But this young prince or page is understanding the machinations of it and how it operates in others and in groups, and where do we see ourselves within that, and learning new things with that. Over that, it might be some Capricorns learning all these new things over a period of sort of a year, 9 months, something like that. That's pretty specific. And then we have the 8 of Swords. This is a feeling of restriction, of being bound, but we aren't. So we're kind of looking at, like, it's something we all feel, self-limitation sometimes. It is usually just a sort of state, a mental state that we get into. So that's in there too, Capricorn. Now let's have a look at the Hierophant. It wouldn't surprise me in those first 3 cards like that that Temperance would appear, because it's as if there may be a feeling that you're not in total control over what is being born, over this new thing, because it is a new thing. Hierophant, please, for Capricorn. Wow. Hierophant. 4 of Cups. Speaking of when we were looking at the 7 of Cups, the necessity for water to move, for the emotions to rise and pass, things to be released, things to be expressed. We're looking at the Hierophant. We get the 4 of Cups. 4s are all very stable. It's a stable number. It's a secure number. When we get the 4 of Cups, it can speak of opportunity that doesn't appear to be an opportunity, but when in fact it is. If there's any reviewing or looking back going on for some Capricorns out there, we might be regretting some potential opportunities that we have had, or that we do have and are not taking. So, make of that what you will. 4 of Cups, we get this offering, this emotional offering that's coming, maybe in a form that we're not familiar with, Capricorn. Look out for strange cups coming out from behind trees. Look out. Magician, look out for them. Is there a situation or an occurrence, actually, that has happened, that is making you look at things in a different way? Look, the Magician's a wonderful card to have because we have the ability to act. We're not bound by anything here. We have that wand. We have a very clear channel to act in our life in whatever way that is, in relation to whatever is. We have that ability. Nine of Wands, Capricorn, we're looking at now. The Nine of Wands. This card, which is called Strength in the Thoth deck. It is called Strength. Another 7, a card of assessment. This is 5 swords here being taken and 2 left behind. It really does speak of maybe the self-saboteur in all of us, which we have at times. And also, you know, sort of going around the back door and just taking a few things, leaving another few other things. We might want to go back and get them later. So it's a sort of behavioural card, isn't it? It's something we do to ourselves. It's something that we can do to others as well, I suppose. But it is an archetype that we all have, that 7. And as I said, you know, 7s are about assessing our behaviours or the behaviours of people around us. And we are doing that at a time of the full moon. We get the moon coming out at the same time. You know, we are conscious of many things which we know. And we are not always that conscious of other things that we don't really know, isn't it? Unconscious, subconscious, superconscious. I mean, all these consciouses. So we get this illumination, possibly, of a few different things. Actually, here we get an insight into a few things here. I would say, Capricorn, you're in a very strong position. I think a lot of the earth signs at the moment are in very strong position. Why? Just seems that way doing these readings. Okay. Very strong position. We're looking at the 7 of Cups. Again, we get another 4. We get the 4 of Discs. So the 7 of Cups, the card of assessing, it's a watery card. It's a cup where there are many options. We don't know what ones are just mere fantasy or what is, it can get confusing, or what can take flight. We do know that water element in the 7s, I mean, it needs to move at some point. We've got the 4 of Discs here in a perfect simpatico relationship. The 4's been very solid and secure. Discs been of the earth, so double whammy, security. The question here is what can we afford to let go of? Is there a decision that will be made in that 7 of Cups that requires us to let go of something? To let go of certainty, to let go of a level of security and familiarity. I don't know, but that's sort of what it feels like. And then we get like this amazing waterfall of emotional potential coming through, you know. Pretty amazing, Capricorn. Okay, let's look at the Ace. As I always say, take what resonates and leave what does not, is a great thing. Now, This is quite intense. So we have beautiful gift. We give it form. We can see the webs here. I mean, the webs of heart frequency, of what that feeling of love, what the emotions, the highs and the lows. We get this gift coming to us. We give it form. We may well be feeling a lot of the old warm fuzzies at the moment, you know, and we want to express that. Ace of Cups. We also might have been working hard at being able to express that. We haven't had the freedom, possibly, to express that at this time, or in the last however long. We have the Eight of Discs, another very earthy card here, perfecting something until you're happy with it. That's when you take it out into the world as a merchant, almost, isn't it? You know, the crafts person at some point crosses the line to take that out there into the world and share it. So working hard at perfecting something here. We've got the backdrop to it is that ace, the essence of emotional connection, love. Beautiful card. Working hard. You've been working hard. Here we get the Tower again. I think that came up maybe in your last reading. It was coming up a lot during the new moon readings, this Tower. So we get this insight, amazing infusion, insight, and I can't but help picking up these two cards here, the Hierophant and the Magician. This is big stuff here. We can dismantle our own towers in the process, having this amazing infusion of new clarity within ourselves and our lives, with others. Or we can have a kind of that internal thing of, of course, everything seems to be internal, doesn't it? Because it is. You know, that we've really been working hard at something, and it's time that we see this new thing, Capricorn. So let's get a Brian Froud Pixie and Fairy card for you here as an overview. We get Penelope Dreamweaver. There's an elevation going on here. It's coming from some very well, you look at it like, you know, the simplest things can. Look, this is what I get from this, actually. The simplest things in doing, simple, everyday things, can be those moments where we get these amazing sort of like, oh, boom, this thought, this understanding, this insight. Sometimes happens then, doesn't it? Like, oh, I feel really, I mean, this is what happens to me sometimes. I think, oh, I feel really uncomfortable. I feel this dis-ease, you know. What shall I do? I'll just go and weed the garden, or maybe I'll go and peel some potatoes. You know, like these mundane tasks that we do often are the best things to do when we're feeling like that. It's not to suggest that you are feeling like that for some of you Capricorns out there, but it's sort of elevating yourself in a way that, you know, it's just like doing the most simplest things that can take you and elevate you and make you feel somehow okay, you know. This is what I get from that. Look, we pulled a rock mineral crystal card earlier at the beginning of this reading. I'll put it face down. We'll pull it up, Capricorn, see what it is. and it is one of the biggest heart stones, love stone, love crystal, whatever way you want to talk about it. We've got rose quartz. So we're looking at unconditional love, romance, wonderful, nourishing and soothing. And so it is. A big heart opening here. On that note, I hope you got something out of this reading. Capricorn, look at other titles, check them out. And thank you again for subscribing, liking, and tuning in. It helps me and I appreciate it very much. On that note, enjoy this beautiful lunar time, this blue moon, as they say. And we'll see you next time, Capricorn. Ka kite, bye.